wall miles.
That would be a
get
good
into
idea.
I was literally looking into that the other day.
Yeah, that would be a good
product.
product. Cool. Sweet. How we doing? How we doing, everyone? Happy Tuesday. Happy day 5 of FBMmas. Life is good. Bro said if she won't FBM with you, she ain't the one. That's a fact. That's an absolute fact.
And or if she hasn't prepped with you, she's not the one.
Well, yeah, those things go hand in hand, though, right? Because when you're at the bottom, when you're in the gutter, when you're at your lowest point, that's when you need to FBM more than ever, right? Because think about it, Dan. Right? Think about what will never cheat on you, what works 24/7, what will never complain, right? It'll never ask for more money, right? It'll be with you at your lowest moments.
Your Amazon business will every day ask for more money.
It's just FBM. There's nothing else that fits that bill besides FBM.
And she can't be complaining about the bed on the floor. That's another.
Okay. That's actually true too. Yeah, that's a hack for all the lads watching this too. That's a good.
Yeah, if you want to find a real one, bring her to.
Yeah, that's a fact right there too. That's a big fact.
I just got FBM in the other day actually, so I had to bring it back.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it's just too easy not to this time of year. What's good, Kings? What up, ABS? That's such a good abbreviation for homie, right here for Mike, right there. Evening, boys. Would you get another credit card if you have a 2.5K limit with the Plum? Damn, that's a low Plum limit, man.
I would just focus on that one. That's going to scale faster than another card.
Yeah, well, exactly, though. So, like, honestly, if you get some good spending on the Plum and you pay it off quick, you're doing what you need to be doing, they'll raise the limit for you. But at the end of the day, like, leverage is dangerous. You got to understand the risks associated with that. And that's that right there. Cool. So, yeah, any questions you guys got, definitely let us know. Pretty much getting into, like, really today, I'd say kicks off the heavy volume of the year. For like the next 2 or 3 weeks, pretty much. So even if you're starting from scratch right now, you can buy auto ungate ASINs, you can get stuff listed, you can do the big ungates, and life's gonna be good. So,
I have 434 open FBA orders right now.
That's well. I think my peak, last year was like 2,000 at one time.
That's some Ryan body numbers.
Dude, that shit was crazy, man. They had the 12,000 units open orders. Yeah.
That dude was a beast.
Yeah. You guys ever Sam? No, haven't. What up, Mia? Mia, I saw you
on that O.
Huh?
What's over that O?
Where?
Never mind.
Nine.
Mia, what's popping? Mia, do you have any of your stand-ups posted on YouTube or something? I want to watch
it too. Yeah, she's hilarious. She's definitely the funniest person in the Amazon space.
Mia, post some links to some stand-ups. I want to be hip to it.
Yeah. Yeah, good terminology too, G-Body. So, G-Body, what did you think of the dinner on Saturday night?
It was awesome. It was good.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we had 28 including Dan. Dan, for some reason, just didn't want to come to the actual dinner, though. I don't really know why, but
yeah, I should have had my flight land at Fogo so I could jump out.
Ooh, actually, though, that would be an esoteric buy box share hack as well, by the way, too.
So anyways, tell the story, right? So there was a bunch of them, right? We were collecting credit cards. And of course, this is after the meal, right? And so after the meal, right, get the check, start collecting credit cards. And just, I just had the thought where I was like, okay, are we all in understanding that none of these credit cards should be getting canceled? And everyone just started perking up like, oh, I need my back. And then everyone had to go hunting for credit cards because they were like, oh, I thought it was for a picture.
Yeah.
Why? I had the check in my hand.
Yeah, my boy Zero Day put in 2 Amexes and then ended up paying with the debit card. Yeah, it's an interesting play right there.
Started on like 8 heads had to go hunting for their Amex to go replace it.
Facts.
It was a good experience.
I started on September 28th, hit 10K yesterday, already 3K loan for December. Dude, that's that growth curve. Like, you're gonna have a beautiful stairway to heaven in your Amazon seller bars. Make sure the profit's good, and let's do it.
He's got them big body arms too.
Oh, fat. Yeah, fat. My boy.
So you already know the dude's a winner.
Yeah, my boy been in the gym as well. Yeah, cool. Definitely, that dude can definitely do some push-ups.
Oh, big time. You get your 50 in?
What kind of?
Bro, you should be raising your threshold. You should be doing like 150 at this point.
A day, though?
Yeah.
Bro. Yeah. I mean, then it becomes like a time thing,
No, you can do 150, like 1 per second? That's...
Bro, I mean, obviously consecutively. Yeah, not 150.
Yeah, just break it up
like 5 different
75s. You're like
I meant pull-ups.
Oh, pull-ups? Oh, yeah. Yeah, 50 is great for that.
You should be doing pull-ups and push-ups every day.
How will Amazon know that it's shipped? So Tay, that's the tough part with that stuff is you have to make sure they're getting scanned if you're worried about that. Personally, there was a point where I was just shipping out too many where I wouldn't really worry about it just because stuff was getting there on time. However, if for whatever reason a bunch of stuff gets lost, you're not going to have proof of that. So I would recommend what you can do is called an end of day report in Amazon Seller Central, and you can get a label scan sheet where the guy scans once and it scans in all the packages. Garrett will pop out a quick. Dude, this guy Tony is hilarious. Actually, Dan, so Tony's really into poker as well. He's a professional player. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
he'll take all my money, but it'll be fun.
He's pro. B Flips is too.
What's up?
And you'll take B Flips' money as well?
Oh yeah. Well, B Flips, it's
B Flips is easy. Okay.
That's like taking candy from a baby, right?
Cool. Okay, sweet. Dan, so for people who might not be familiar, could you fill us in on your story? They might not listen to the Buy Box Bandits episode we did.
Yeah, so I've been selling on Amazon probably about a year and a half now. So second Q4. And yeah, just really started scaling stuff up. The first year was hitting like 40, 50K a month around the same time in last spring. Around the same time I decided to leave my 9 to 5. And so yeah, worked that for my first year out of college, was able to leave. And yeah, since then, just continued scaling to the moon. Got into wholesale in a big way, and yeah, I'm loving it. And
what's your trailing 30 days?
It's probably a little over 250K right now.
Yeah,
I'm shooting for 300 plus in December. Should hit it. So,
are you Chad FBMing too?
I mean, I got some stuff that I would normally send in FBA. It just came a little late today, so I mean, I've been FBAing that.
Are you doing any OA though?
No, I didn't do any OA. I didn't have to. I mean, I loaded up so heavily. I had like 300K cost inventory going into Black Friday, so I didn't really need to.
That's big wow. I got 20% of a B Flips online blackjack action anytime any plays. Just tell me what I owe. Can you return items that you used to get negated? You definitely can. Yeah. Some people would say that's like really, really like bad for the community. Yeah, you can have your own opinions on that, but I know people do that.
How do you get reviews as a new seller? By just selling volume. The reviews are one of those things where it's not really worth worrying about because they just come with time. You could look into like a seller board that does it for you or a BQ or something. But like ultimately, if you just do enough volume, they'll come.
High Five is the best one for that. It's an Amazon app for reviews. I notice it's a little better than seller board for whatever reason. But
how much is it?
How much is it?
It's free. No, it's free.
Ooh,
it's like I forget exactly how I set it up, but it was in like the Amazon App Store or something, like on your Seller Central.
What is it called?
High Five.
And how many?
If you like search it or something, it'll come up.
Okay, cool.
How many do you get a day?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Right now I'm getting like one a day. I mean, still I'm in the apparel.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Rough, but
yeah. Key to my success: paid for the roadmap, networking, money, Twitter, 0-day handling time, repricer, and the biggest was no damn seed oils. My dog.
That's a tweet. Tweet that and tag
us. 1.5 right there. That's actually that's more than a tweet right there. Yeah.
That's definitely a good 5,000 or 5,000, 10,000 ball right there.
Yeah, right off the bat too, from scratch. Yeah. When will you be doing live sourcing? So I actually posted a live sourcing video earlier today and a live sourcing video a day or two ago. I think it was yesterday. It was actually 2 days ago. So watch those. We're not going to source in terms of today though.
But I mean, between Miles and myself, there's tens of hours, maybe even hundreds of hours of live sourcing. And again, all right, we talk about this all the time. It's not necessarily the products that we review on those videos that you guys should be focused on. It's the adjacencies. It's the competitive sellers that show up on those products. It's the variations that we didn't talk through on those videos. It's the brands that you can now dig deeper in, right? It's the sites that those videos expose you to. All of those sorts of things are very good opportunities to dig deeper into and just different exposures that you may not have known, right? The reality is the products that we talk through, the products that we actually show, probably aren't necessarily the best opportunity just because of how many people are seeing these sorts of videos. But they're still valuable because of all the things that can come from those initial products.
Bro said, is there a just want to know if there's a specific time when you go live? Yeah, I mean, so we're live. Like this is live right now. We will do more sourcing though. We just haven't. We're just not going to be tonight. But I like that you like it, and we'll do a hell of a lot more of that too. So yeah, Emily's killing it here. Great work, Sunshine Deals. Gotta love it, right? That's a beautiful thing. Just saw. Yeah, she's up 1,100%, 30 days over 30 days.
That's it.
man.
Yeah,
So far,
Sunshine, you gotta step your game up.
yeah. So far today, as of 10:51 a.m., she had 78 units sold. Just pretty pop in there. A little 3,400 rev.
I need help understanding suppressed listings. Yeah, so essentially what it is, and not to get too into weeds, it's just when Amazon doesn't necessarily like the price. So what happens is a lot of times in these maxed out markets, these really, really high markets, Amazon shuts off the buy box as a way to, as an effort to kind of drive that price back down. Nothing you really should be over concerned about. They still sell, right? They'll still do really well, maybe even better, right? Because a lot of newer sellers are so conditioned or so trained to avoid those types of listings. So there is something to be said about maybe focusing your keeper product first searches on suppressed buy boxes or identifying those as some greater opportunity, just because you realize that how many sellers are going to be skipping over those particular ones, right? And again, it's not necessarily going to skew any data. Seller still gives you the estimations in terms of how much things are moving. You can still go by based off that and make educated decisions.
Yes, buy FBM, avoid seed oils, repeat. Buy FBM, avoid seed oils, repeat. Okay, question for Dan. How do you get into wholesale? Do wholesales need to give you discount in order for you to be able to make a profit?
So first part, I got into wholesale just because around the time I wanted to leave my job, I wanted one consistent wholesale account that was, reliable. Like I knew I would always have the stock, have the replens for stuff, and replace my income that way. So that's kind of how I started in wholesale. And then in terms of like profit margins and stuff in wholesale, I mean, yeah, some accounts you're going to have to negotiate with and leverage more capital to get prices where you need them to be. And just in general, as a rule of thumb, at least for my wholesale business, like the margins aren't going to be 20-25% like they are in OA. But in terms of, I mean, Garrett will probably put it a little bit better than me. But the time spent once you kind of optimize and get wholesale accounts, it doesn't, it's not an equal output to your time put in or your sales. So Garrett might be able to put that a little bit better if that makes sense. But
yeah, I mean, understanding like the entire equation, the entire discussion of a product, right? It's obviously the value that it contributes to your business, right? With respect to profitability and velocity. The second piece is stability, right? How confident are we in the history of the product and forecasting that price forward? And then the third piece is that sort of ease of purchase piece, right? That's where wholesale comes in, where you can send a text and get 10,000 units sent to your warehouse. You can make a phone call and get 2,000 units sent, right? A product in its entirety should be evaluated based on those three criteria, right? And each one kind of has like a sliding scale. Some products, right, especially with OA business, as you guys will see, some products just naturally are acquired easier, right? Maybe the Lululemons of the world, you can just keep ripping units of orders of 3 or 4 time and time again, right? With something that like Target, for example, maybe the margins are higher, but you have to really fight through those cancels. And so every single product that you buy, that you come across, will be kind of should be looked at with respect to each of those kind of factors. And that kind of cumulatively creates the entire conversation that you can now compare and contrast products with, right? Naturally, as you move into wholesale, all of them will really be that 8, 9, if on a 10 out of 10 for that ease of purchase piece. That is just a matter of, okay, what's the profitability? What's the velocity? And how confident am I in the market moving forward?
Facts. I had to change my name to Pablo to my actual name, trying to network, been off social media for the last 8 years. Yeah, man. Like the nice thing is like pretty much everyone uses social media wrong, myself included. Like if it's like not making you money or not like teaching you and introducing you to really, really beneficial people in your life, there's pretty much no reason to be on. So I get why a lot of people don't want to use it. However, for this stuff, you're at a massive disadvantage if you don't, because there are people that are out there that want to meet people, that want to learn, solve problems together, have fun together, because this is very lonely to do on your own right there. So that makes a lot of sense. Need thoughts on upcoming fee changes? Haven't looked into it enough yet, ABS, honestly, but I need to.
Yeah, I'm just scrolling through the timeline now. I've seen like 3 or 4 different tweets about it.
Yeah.
So.
Is it possible to make money without negotiating prices? I don't want to ask for discounts if I'm new to the account. Well, what's like, Tay, that shows you haven't done enough outreach to testing, right? Because if you had made 500 cold calls, you would have already found an account that was profitable that you didn't have to negotiate with. Yeah. Right. And obviously that's a bunch of work, but you'll be rewarded handsomely.
I mean, that just kind of goes without being said, right? It's like you have to establish yourself, right? A lot of these sales reps deal with tons and tons of outreach, and tons of different people that they work with on a regular basis, right? What reason do they have for not knowing you, not knowing your business, not knowing how much you're going to place to give you an extra 5 or 10% off the bat, because you don't have that sort of relationship built, right? You have to wine and dine them. You have to kind of warm them up. and then come up, bang, ask for the discount on the back end.
Yeah, guys, the FBM season is raging. You can just look at my timeline on Twitter. People are tagging me left and right. Let's get a vibe on some of the W's from so far today. Bang, gotta love it. Shout out this dude right here. Look at the FBM wealth getting printed. Right, boom, Geraldine printing the FBM wealth right there. Let's see, boom, Jay McLean, my boy ABS. ABS is in the stream with us as we speak. Make sure you follow him. He's got the merch on too. That is a hack to increase buy box share as well. Right, my boy Big Papa be flipping, pumping out the FBMs. You love to see it. My boy Mike right there, pumping out the FBMs. Ayush, bang, 10K right here. Get in on the fun, ladies and gents. Get in on the fun. Look at all these W's from so far. This is like the past 24 hours here. Bang, Misha, 100 bands in a week. Bang, Dan, homie right here with us, 206 in a month. Right there, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. You gotta love the game. You gotta appreciate the game, and you gotta clean up and print the FBM wealth. Make your ancestors proud.
What's the next part of that of your monologue? Your ancestors went to war.
Yeah, and you're gonna sit here and tell me you're not gonna change your handling time to 0 day? Like the audacity, right here. Like you have the chance to go be so great. You have the chance to go sell 100 items in a day tomorrow, right? And you got to fight for that.
It's true. It's
Know what I'm
true.
saying?
It's true. It's true.
If you request daily payouts, does your payment get scheduled, delayed by a day, or can you request it daily? So you can request it daily. It just has to be 24 hours and 1 minute after. Like all the real ones know setting the alarm on your phone to request the daily payout to make sure you can pay off the Amex.
Also, make sure you switch to those daily payouts. I think you put your debit card in or something rather than your bank account, and then
And it comes quicker too.
Yeah, it's 24 hours as opposed to 3 days.
That's gangster. So Dan, talk about building that initial momentum, right? Because that's what a lot of people are looking for. So what did that look like in terms of like the first ASIN that really popped off, or like the first month last year where you were like, okay, I can do this?
Yeah, I mean, definitely the biggest key to building momentum was just really dialing in and understanding variations to a lot better of a degree. And I've said it a few times, but that new feature on Amazon listings where there's that certain amount bought in the past month that's at the top of the listing, and it'll give you that amount for each variation now. So that's just like really explicit way. You don't have to try to gauge reviews or anything else. So dialing in on variations certainly was probably the biggest thing the past few months that helped me scale. And then in the beginning, it was really just every day, texting people in the community, talking to people, and because consistency was kind of hard at first because I still had my 9 to 5 and everything, and it wasn't as daily as it should have been. But just making friends and stuff, like even on an off day, like they'll send you a text like, yo, there's this sale going on right now. And it kind of just keeps you looped in, keeps you consistent. So yeah.
And that variation thing is huge, especially for our audience today, right? A lot of probably clothing, shoe heavy people, because that's a good way to scale your business exponentially quick, right? You stumble upon across one size, color, etc. Right? Good chance that variation listing, right? Specifically clothes, shoe thing, clothes, shoe, has another variation that works, or maybe 2 or 3 or 4, right? So you find one size of something or one size of a sweatshirt or something, right? And that leads you to the medium, which then maybe leads you to the large or the XL or something like that. And then across the 4 or 5 different ASINs, well, now you have 20, 30, 40, 50 sellers that have done that same sort of research, and now have probably other sellers or other products that you can now look through. And those connect you to other sites, right? So you can see how quickly it starts to spiderweb just by finding one entry ASIN, right? It doesn't have to be perfect. It could be a single, right? It doesn't have to be a home run product, but the value that you gain from each of those ASINs is extraordinarily powerful.
Yep. Okay, how do you change handling time to 0 days? That is a great way to increase your FBM buy box share because it makes your delivery dates closer or faster than other sellers. The way you do that is you go to the top right in Seller Central, hit the drop down menu, hit shipping settings, and then hit general shipping settings in the middle, and then scroll down to the bottom, and you'll toggle that on a 0 day. So gear menu top right, shipping settings, general shipping settings in the middle, and then toggle it on to 0 day. And also make sure you set up repricing software as well. I have a tutorial on YouTube on how to do it. There's also an affiliate link in the description in the chat. You guys need to do it if you have like 10 plus ASINs, otherwise you're losing money. You need to be printing the FBM wealth. Can you guys let us know in the chat? Let us know in the chat what your highest day of FBM sales so far is.
Where's that number sold in the variation? It's right under the title. It should be at the
I don't
top.
like
If it
that
doesn't
data.
show up, then it
Yeah.
doesn't probably register too many sales.
Yeah, I wouldn't look at that data. Focus on the keeper chart. Better success with local suppliers or ones you found online?
A little bit of both. I think the definitely best way that I'm doing it all now is kind of just qualifying Amazon listings first. So qualifying listings of brands that are clearly being wholesaled by other people, like steady offer counts, steady buy boxes, and then going from there to the supplier or to the brand. So yeah, like not necessarily just reaching out to mass distributors, but going more brand direct once you've qualified them on Amazon.
Pickle Rick never disappoints with the banter.
Yeah, okay. Someone else let me know. What's your record amount of FBM sales? So like 60 units, 50 units, 126, 4, 12. Let us know in the chat. 0 DHT, FBM. I'll keep for it. Yeah, you got it right there. You got it. Should I create a removal order? Yeah, I would create the removal order. Yeah, appreciate the tip. Yeah, Vandom's a homie. Vandom lives in LA and he's talented in other business, so he's gonna have no problem crushing wholesale once he gets going with that. 43 units, attaboy. Gotta love that right there. You can definitely beat that too. Like, because if something sells FBM for you, you do whatever you can to get it in stock as quick as possible. And it's just a fight. 78, love it. Sunshine Deals killing it right there. Yeah, W Garrett, appreciate it. Pickle Rick. Pickle Rick, what's your FBM record so far? 25 miles. Oh, damn. So you're gonna have a shot at 40 or 50, Venom. That's what's up.
Pickle, where you fell off on Twitter on us? Let's see
Really?
another tweet tonight.
Oh, really? Come on, Pickle Rick.
Let's get a tweet up by the end of the stream, Pickle.
Tay, sometimes, not as much recently. Because a lot of the times when I have gotten a list of distributors, they actually haven't even been the ones that have the best pricing for that brand or that product. So, yeah.
Background as a web developer. Yeah, 23 and it's attaboy, Ashton. Ashton, aren't you in Delaware? It's 130 plus on Monday, 25 on. Damn, you're killing it, Chill FBA. Keep that up. That's fire. 23. Yes, Sirski, my boy Tony. Yeah, Tony's last Sunday was the most FBM sales I've ever had, 8 units. Yeah, Matt, I know you're going to the outlets a lot. There'll be some stuff that completely pumps, like there, just for FBM.
Are you hitting up the Lancaster too, or just Philly?
Matt's in PA?
Yeah.
Really?
I think so, unless I'm tripping, but I'm pretty sure you said he was going to Philly.
Yeah. Because he would have caught the invite on Saturday night. 19 units so far. Hell yeah. I think my record for FBMs in one day is around 1,200. And then
I'm tripping.
Total orders is like 1,400. Yeah, it was almost a year ago today, actually. Yeah, let's go. 6. Texas, I lost count after 5. We just said Nike, holy Lord, there's some deals. Yes, Dalton, get those items listed FBM and then go back, put the hat on, change the clothes, right, and loop it.
Oh, so this is a good question, Brown Jerry. Okay, so take your pen out and write down every store that I go over. Nike outlet, Adidas outlet, Puma outlet, Under Armour outlet, Coach outlet, right? That's the outlet center. Marshalls, TJ Maxx, Grocery outlet, Burlington Coat Factory. I think I said TJ Maxx. I think I said Marshalls.
Oh, they'll have
Walmart,
like a Dick's
Target,
warehouse sale too.
Dick's Sporting Goods. Anywhere that sells sports clothing, shoes, products. WSS has some stores, Famous Footwear, all those, right? That's 20, 25 stores. Every single one that's within like a 30-hour radius, hour and a half, you should be hitting up on a consistent basis. Right? If you have time, I'm not saying you necessarily do. If you have time and a restricted budget, the easiest way to get to 10,000 profit is between now and the end of the year, retail arbitrage and FBM. Fact.
Bro, speaking facts there. Yeah, someone was just asking for the repricer to draw. Yeah, I have the repricer on my YouTube, like a couple videos on my YouTube. Actually, yeah, definitely go. The one I posted in May is really good. The repricer trial. If you got 10 plus days, then you need to get that set up. Oh, we lost Dan. Dan, you with us? You with us, family?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, doesn't Orlando's the place with like all those Nike outlets, right?
That's the Nike outlet capital of the world, actually. Yeah.
Oh, so definitely Mia.
Yep. Yeah. Orlando's got, I think it's like it's 3 or 4 of them that are within like a 5-mile radius of each. I've even been around there. Like we did a Celebrate trip there last year. Giant Eagles, rare finds, cool. Yeah, Warren and I were just talking about what our craziest product we sold was. Yeah, Dan, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't even have any crazy products I've sold, honestly, but like,
The weirdest, I mean, it has to be the Flowbee. I mean, without a doubt.
oh, okay. That was what I said for mine, actually. Yeah, that was exactly what I said for mine. Yeah.
That was the most random thing ever, right? It was the old ass hair clipper thing, a vacuum thing. It was just so weird.
Yeah. Well, you guys think it'd be worth it to rent a U-Haul and drive 2 hours to Orlando when a club card gets in? Absolutely. Yeah. So, Miles, outside of Cyber Monday and Black Friday and holidays, how do you find good deals on apparel outside of that? I know you get 10 to 15% off for New Year's, but that's not enough. Actually, in fact, for many cases, that is enough, right? It's honestly, it's the whole game is discounts like that. Kohl's Cash, different websites, 10% account sign up here, combine that with the gift card, right? You just don't know the right discounts if you're not consistently finding stuff. And you're either going to have to find that on your own or you're going to have to collaborate with other sellers to find that stuff. In order to not take that much risk, I would like to get mentorship. Which one of you provide mentorship? So Garrett and I both do. Dan, I'm sure you wouldn't say no for the right price, right? So whoever you mess with, hit the DMs, I guess. But my if you want help from me, my coaching program links in the description. But either way, you're in the right place, right? Any questions you got, please feel free to let us know. We're happy to help and such, and you just let us know and we'll hook it up.
Thanks for the info, guys. I have 1K to start off with. Y'all are truly helpful. Would I need an L? No, exactly. The strat that I just went over. Take that $1,000. Go to, I guess, first and foremost, I wouldn't mess with the used stuff. Go to outlets, Nike outlet, Adidas, Under Armour, Puma, Coach outlet. Go to Burlington Coat Factory, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, Dick's Sporting Goods, Target, Walmart, and just scan everything in sight, right? And kind of go from there. Iterate quickly, right? The stuff that you find, stuff that sells, now look to do curbside pickups, right? So now you can get a more efficient, right? And you can iterate quicker and you can expedite that feedback loop, right? Because ultimately, if you experiment with 3, 5, 10 different ASINs and a couple of them sell pretty quick, well, those are the ones you're going to want to target, right? And then those are the winners that you source off of. Maybe the sellers that have already done those, that are already selling those, right? Maybe deeper into that brand, deeper into the store that you found it, that sort of thing. Right, you iterate off of what works, and then that'll kind of spiral your success further.
Bro, I'm talking to the suit guy from yesterday. I'm talking to him on the cord right now on Discord. It's funny as hell.
Anyone in the Philly area needs to go to the Dick's Warehouse sale on KOP right now and go scan some stuff because you'll find some crazy winners there.
Personal too, for personal.
Probably, yeah.
What's up?
Were you just there?
Oh no, I would rip it last year though all the time. I'm pretty sure it's still there. It's not the Dick's like in the mall at KOP. They have like a separate.
Yeah,
Dick's
I went like shortly after they opened it, and they had like crazy stuff.
Yeah, there's those all over the place too. You look up Dick's Warehouse sale on Google Maps, like you can print cash from those.
Yeah.
From your experience acquiring new local wholesale accounts, how much does monthly sales account age pay into success when closing deals? In zero, non-existent. Most of the accounts that I've ever opened don't ask for even your Amazon store or like any sort of experience you have, right? They kind of deduct that from how you speak, right? So the more confidence you portray, the more trust you build, right? Because ultimately, right, one of your biggest objectives in the beginning with wholesale is kind of disassociating yourself from the common Amazon seller, right? From the reseller. Right, because as wholesalers, we want to be and come off as retail ourselves, as distribution companies, right? As a more of a significant business establishment than just kind of like the common reseller, right? And so the more and quicker you can kind of build that trust, build that credibility, disassociate yourself quicker, the more success and the higher conversion you'll have.
Yep, no missing lids. Yeah, facts. Yeah, if you're gonna do outlets, you either want to do clothing or shoes that have box lids. Cool. And then, right, so as you guys are printing the FBM wealth, you post the tweet, you tag all the boys, right? And that cranks up your buy box share. Is 5K enough to start with OA? Absolutely, man. Yeah, $1,000 is enough to start. I would recommend like $2,000 to $3,000 to start. You could pay for education too if you want to make it go quicker. But just watch my free course. If you go to Flips for Miles, if you go on YouTube and type in Flips for Miles free course, I have a free course. It's an hour and 20 minutes long. All of you guys could watch this tonight and get really, really nicely caught up to speed with how to do this stuff. Can you list the cons of PA besides?
Honestly, the weather's the only one.
The weather's the only one. Yeah. And the lack of beach. There's a lot of seed oils there too.
You're not even a big beach person.
All right, like you're telling me I wasn't out there sun maxing tarp off for an hour today?
No, but not like the beach though.
But I need to be seen looking at the water is so biologically good for your eyes. Yeah. If I buy the FBA map course, but I still have to pay for coaching or something, you provide along with that FBA, can you please clarify? Yeah, so they're separate, but you wouldn't be charged if you do both. Check the Dick's Warehouse sale, South Houston a few times. Haven't found anything wrong time or wrong products, I guess. Yeah, get after it. Lack of sun, lack of beach. Yeah, abundance of seed oils. It's the best. It's by far the Amazon arbitrage capital of the U.S. though. Like there's no question. Like
2 outlet centers, right? All the
no. It's the population. You can't argue with the success rate of the population, right? You can't, right?
It's in the water. Yeah, it's in the water.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I mean, if you're in ATO, if any of you guys are in Alpha Tau Omega at Westchester University, you're just born for greatness too. Caps or funds, just wait. Obviously, get on Twitter, network with anywhere else. Honestly, that not really. Like besides that, honestly, replacing in class right now. That's a vibe where you can learn tricks and yes, absolutely, yeah, for sure. How do you check your stats on Seller Central? For what? Can we FBM Cedos? That's a conflict of interest. Get him out of here. Ban him. Get him out. It's a vibe. That profile picks a vibe. Yeah. PA rep in here too. Western side. Oh, Kelly, nice. So Kelly, one of my friends, Muhammad, is in, and this guy Chris as well. Are in the Pittsburgh area. That I can, if you like DM me, I can give you their info. They're pretty cool.
PA rep, and yeah, I always forget how massive Pennsylvania is. Like Pittsburgh is like a good 7 hours away.
Whoa! It's a hot take. It's like 4 or 5. Yeah.
Oh, is it that? Is that? I thought it was longer than that.
Oh, no, bro, you can get to like Columbus, Ohio in 7 hours. Not that I would know how to get there or have any reason to go there. Overall stats. Oh, okay. So go to reports, and then go to business reports. I'm kidding. Go to reports and then hit business reports, and then do the timeline and do like the lifetime.
See, funny enough, Miles was sitting right next to me, and that boy cranked a molten pie.
Do we think there's seed oils in there?
Yes.
Really?
Definitely sounds like there would be.
But it is bulking season too. I'm up 10 pounds in 90 days. Boy, come on now, right? Come on now.
Do you recommend to sell apparel but not shoes because of high return rates? I mean, you could sell anything if the margin's good enough, right? Yeah. The way I kind of conceptualize it for the specifically shoes is if you find a good shoe, just kind of establish a bit more of a strict criteria, right? So maybe you don't say yes to the common 13 or 15% margin shoe. Maybe that has to be 30 or 35, right? Because barring the 1 out of 7 that get returned or the 1 out of 8 or whatever that percentage is, you'll be covered with the higher upfront margin, right? So you're kind of mitigating your risk upfront to account for the things that will inevitably happen, right? Because if you approach all sorts of products the same way, you're just kind of shooting yourself in the foot, right? We know these things happen. And so it's on us. It's our responsibility to use the data, to use the information to our advantage, right? And to make these educated decisions before and to account for what's the inevitable going to happen. You guys are amazing. Appreciate that. Any straight killers in Ohio y'all know of?
Yeah, FBA Michaela for sure. I know Max, who's doing some good work there.
Jay Grow, put that tweet on Twitter.
Yeah.
Tweet that question, and then we'll tag Miles and I will retweet it, and you'll find him.
This dude's telling me he's not going to sell the Xbox. Brother, you sell the Xbox, you're not going to make it.
Is that Suit Man?
Yes, that is Suit Man. I'm fucking arguing with him on Discord right now.
He's got to sell it. Question for Dan: do you sell small and light items through wholesale?
No, honestly, I haven't really yet. I think in Q1 I have a couple accounts I might try it with, but nothing yet. So
Tay's a big Dan fan. She's
asking good wholesale questions. I mean,
she predicates all her questions for Dan.
Yeah, she fucks with Dan. Yeah, bro, follow him on the gram too. Dan Scales AMC. Talk to him. Now he might not hit you with a post more than once a month, but the DMs are open, right?
DMs are open. I'm the reply guy.
The VAs are always sliding in the DMs too.
Oh my god, yeah.
Dan loves a good VA banter every once in a while.
Or crypto scam.
Oh, the crypto scammers are the best. Yeah. I'll just waste an entire day.
Didn't you? Don't you like FaceTime them too?
Only once. This guy FaceTimed me because like I've learned like the slang of like like some of the African countries they're from a lot of the times and all. Like you can send them a trackable it's a whole thing. You can send them like a trackable link, see their location. And so this guy thought I was also a scammer after a certain point of the conversation. So he called me. But yeah, it's good banter. Good laughs.
Says my store views is 47K.
Oh,
What's yours?
dude, if you're in Newark, that's close enough, man. If you get on Twitter and get in the community, you can totally catch an invite to the next PA dinner. But that is entirely dependent on you existing on the internet, and almost no one does that, right? So you gotta do that. They say Charlie a lot. Cool. All right, have a great night, everyone. I'm gonna go eat some pizza now. You gotta remember, you buy, you FBM, you replenish. You buy, you FBM, you replenish. Right? Only that brand, dude. MSJ, watch my first of all, if you can get jacked like that, you can make money.
Yeah, holy, he can do anything if he can look like
Watch my
that.
dating Turo, get that done ASAP, and then you'll be able to sell that entire brand. Cool. Building my connects now. I'm trying. Brother, you have we haven't seen your face. We haven't seen your voice on Twitter. You're not trying.
Tay, don't use Scan Unlimited. It sucks. Just do manually source everything.
Cool. And use Supplier Pro to track your wholesale outreach. I love you guys. Have a great night.